makes me want to have a bowl. Because look, Drew, look, this is your war on drugs in effect. A judge in Spain has ordered the return of, but not just body armour to the Kinahans after a clap of a case, but they've ordered the return of €500,000 in cash and other assets to the Kinahan cartel after the collapsing of a case there that was going on for the last 11 years. And it was a money laundering case, and they've basically had to drop it because there's insufficient evidence in order to go any further with the case. And because of that, they're getting back $500,000 in cash and other assets. That is absolutely ridiculous, and included inside in this that's been handed back. And most of the in Spain, a lot of the fury is coming because of the fact that they're returning bulletproof vests to these guys. Bulletproof vests. There's a lot of camouflage gear, army boots and things like this, because apparently Daniel Kinahan and the boys were over there doing military style training operations with all of this kind of stuff, like crazy carry on all together, like. But this is the war on drugs, lads. This is how much of a failure it is. That they're after dragging this guy through the courts for 11 years and they're unsuccessful in achieving anything against them. All they've done now is wasted their own time and the money of taxpayers. And this guy now is even more richer. $500,000 richer. Or, sorry, not $500,000, $500 million richer. 500 million they're after returning to the guy, like. That's sickening. That is sickening. And meanwhile, you know, you get caught with a 50 bag there above in the streets in Dublin, or if you're fucking somebody who's fall prey to a drug addiction and you got a bag of heroin on you, and it's your third time getting caught today now, buddy, sorry, like, and you're hauled off to jail, like, do you know, because it's that easy to catch you. But as I said, the guys at the top fucking dogs, man, they're smart. They're not one step ahead. They're about 2 or 3 steps ahead of the authorities all the time. And yeah, and you see it here again. Kinahan, he's out. He's just after getting €500 million fucking euro back off the cops or the authorities over there, man. And we think that we can continue with this war on drugs. Seriously, like the boys Drew and them must be doing all the drugs, like, because they're gone wacky up there, right? They seriously are, like, because to continue with prohibition when you can't even criminalise one of the most well-known crime gang persons, I don't know what you would call him, like, you know, that he's the top dog. It just goes to show, like, it's futile, because if you can't take him out of the equation, well, he's going to replace anybody you take out from under him, because everybody under him is replaceable. They're all expendable, right down to the lowest of the low that the Gardaí are going tackling now. They're the most expendable, the low level street dealing people, because they're the ones who are addicted. They're the ones who are broke poor. Those are the ones that our guards are going to catch and send to our prisons. They're not going to send Daniel Kinahan to our prisons. Is this what we want them doing, Operation Tara? Clowns, like, seriously, like, the clowns to the highest degree, like. That there is one charge, though, that is going to stick, apparently, where Christy Kinahan is going to get charged for travelling on some fraudulent passports. He apparently travelled from Spain to Brazil a number of years ago on a dodgy passport, so they're going to do him on that. And you know what this kind of almost reminds me of in that instance? When I read that part of the story, I was just like, that's like the fucking story in Narcos with Pablo Escobar, you know what I mean? And he hands himself into his own prison, like, you know, and he's inside in his own prison with his own prison officers and all of that stuff, like, and the boys of a casino and the whole lot inside of there, like that's almost what it seems like to me, like, you know, that there's some sort of a deal after being struck out here now where I don't know, somebody's benefiting along the way, and they're like, look, just go down for this one thing, we'll make everything else go away, we'll give you back your $500 million there and all the assets we seized off you, we'll make all that go away, just do this one thing there for us. I wonder what that one thing is. Is Daniel Kinahan after turning? Is he now an old, what would you call him, an old snitch? Daniel Kinahan's going to get hit now because of Martin's World. Highly unlikely, but yeah, stranger things have happened. But we drive on anyway, guys, because, you know, while that gives me a bit of a laugh and a giggle, it really is, it's kind of sad as well, that they weren't able to do them. But, you know, I'm delighted. It really highlights the failures of prohibition in our society. It makes me want to have a bowl.